This success journey is very important for me. Zaigham joined in January 22 the batch program for PMP, not for PGMP. In 2022, he joined the batch for PMP. He cleared the PMP, and it was a very interesting journey with the questions Zaigham had. It was a very fascinating journey. Then, in the month of 2023, January, Zaigham contacted me. Zaigham said, "Sir, what should I do now?" We had a long discussion. I shared him the entire PGMP plan. Okay, this plan can be best suit for you. And he said, okay, now my students trust me. They know that when I am talking about that, this is something for them. He joined my one-to-one mentor program and he started doing that. We filled the application filling was interesting. We filled the application. He was doing well. Then we started the batch program led by our facilitator, Mr. Abdul Rahim Sami. And in addition to that, Abdul Rahim also started coaching call as my trademark is with all other training certificates, PMP, RMP. We started with the PGMP, the coaching call, and we will be doing just for people who are watching coaching call for other certifications also. And he joined it, and that batch proved to be a kind of a steroids, PGMP on steroid. Zaigham started working into that, and then he was doing an excellent score. And then I told him, okay, man, it looks like that we can do it before Eid. Now, this was something we discussed last week. Okay, it
Yeah.
was. I said we can do it before Eid. He said that I would love it, that I can sleep on my Eid. Nothing much. He's in Bahrain, so he has to sleep only on Eid. So we did that, and as you can see, today he is a PGMP and overall above target. Very well done, Zach.
Thank you, sir.
Now this was journey from my point. Why don't you share your journey, please?
Sure. So as you mentioned, starting PMP was a kind of a tough decision. So initially, I was thinking that should I do it or not. But one thing that stays in my mind and would probably stay forever is your line that you know when it's time. So when I was discussing with about the PGMP or RMP or what should we do after PMP. So I explained you my objectives, and one good thing that you did at that time and which helped me a lot throughout the journey of PGMP is that you explained to me about the RMPs or other options, and then you said or that PGMP is best suited, and and that proves true now. And yeah, so we started working on the PGMP with one-to-one. You provided the content, and I mean initially it was a bit tough, I would admit, but over the time with your guidance, I was able to understand it. I have to I mean, I have faced some challenges with the health of my wife and some surgeries and things that happen, which cause a little bit delay. But once the batch program started, and Sami sir was really kind to explain things like you're explaining to a 5 years old kid, and and I believe we all were in the batch were very good people, especially Gulzar Saab and other people who were giving their right inputs, asking questions and things. So that helped a lot. The mocks were really nice. I would say they build the foundation, or they kind of prepare me for the real exam. You were assessing my performance, and and I must say it was a bit hard as compared to PMP,
Sure, that
but
You are being
Uh,
bit hard. It's not just bit hard.
it was hard, and to be honest, when I was doing the last 5 mocks, and then you asked me to repeat them, so there's one Bollywood song that came instantly to my mind. At that time, I did not share it because I was really focused. But it's from the Dangal movie, say Hanikarak Bapu. So it's like about discipline
It's
and things. And
coming to me is Anikarak.
so yeah, so it was. I mean, I just believed in you as my mentor and keep working through the process. And yeah, today, I mean, here we are now with.
Yeah, here we are finally becoming a certified PGMP and certified PMP. Now people ask me what is the value of the certifications for you. Now this is a very interesting thing to look in the context. You see, I remember when I was doing job just like you in Bahrain. So with the certification, with the PMP, okay, I got a start, I got an interview, but with the RMP, I actually got a job. And then every single certification in the long run has helped me out. So for all those people who have done PMP or other certification, let me tell you, out of thousands of people who have done with me, 90% of them, 90% of them, and I will start recording their videos maybe in the month of August or something like that. I had a plan that I will start recording their journey for those people. Maybe we can put it after PMP. How doing certification elevated their career. I love what Mr. Sami is with us. He like always says something about certification. What is the disadvantage of doing that? It's an education. You will lose money anyway. So why not use that money? Why not work that money to put on your certification and get this done? So I really appreciate that. And yeah, and I really like that. Okay, let's talk about the exam now. How did you manage time?
Yeah, so our last call yesterday was very clear. So I noted down the points that you have mentioned. However, when I was doing my mocks, so I found that my natural limit of doing questions in proper way is 45 questions per hour.
Hmm.
So I mixed that with your advice of taking break. So I stay calm. I reached exam center before time, and make sure that everything is on spot. So when starting the exam, I noted down the time. So you have calculator in exam, so you can easily note down by negating 60 minutes. And I also noted my target question number.
Hmm.
So so I took first break. Then on the second break time, I was feeling like normal and I can continue. So I continued 4 5 question, and after that I start feeling to have a break. So I immediately took the break and not extending my limits or in that direction. So I
Hmm.
deliberately took the break, got relaxed, have some chocolates, water, and all that stuff, and then come back. And I just keep it repeating. So I took total 3 breaks, and I completed the exam around 27 minutes before time, mid time.
Thank you.
And yeah,
Yeah. Mr. Sami, you would like to ask few questions, please?
Yes. First of all, congratulations, Zaigham sir. It was a really pleasure to have you. Sorry, I joined late. So I have a few questions. Number one, how was the exam content outline? Helpful or not?
so eco was quite helpful. I mean, the exam was really centered around the eco, but the document you have shared and made it was really helpful to keep eco in mind.
Okay.
So the keyword strategy was very nice. I would be really, I mean, blunt here that I was not reading that document during the mocks. So I had my own mind maps and way of working from PMP. But I kept this document as my master document. And yesterday I just read that document. And today also morning time I review the eco. And yeah, the exam was pretty much about the eco.
Okay, and about the real questions, does every question has some keyword from where we can guess that this is from what would be the answer from that, or it was not clear?
90% of the time it was the keyword, and I felt that I already know the answer. So
Okay.
very easy with the keywords.
Okay, and once you are doing the exam, after 3 hours, you start to get feeling that it is just like another mock I am doing. Means the wording, English language, certainly, and the sentence question formation was similar what you have already done in the coaching calls and the mocks.
Yes, very similar. I can gauge it as around 80 to 90% similar. And I would like to mention that once you combine keywords and the mocks that is provided, I mean, I was not reading the full question most of the time. I know what we are doing or what is being asked.
And about the answers, how long is the answer? A, B, C, D. Maximum 3 to 4 words.
There were long answers as well, 25% to 30%. But there was no sense of memorization. Like you don't have to memorize.
Means so in summary, what I understood that with the keywords, keeping in mind that master sheet that we have shared, you can almost easily track the question in what he is trying to ask.
Yeah, yeah, that's correct. And additionally, on top of that, what I found good in our master sheet, let's name it master sheet, is that it explains you some additional insights. So when I was reading my own mind maps, reading 500-600 slides is not possible. So we were ready, and the master sheet really builds the sequence in my mind, how things are done. So there's no need to memorize this master sheet. You just need to understand the flow, which is very well explained in the master sheet.
Okay, so that's why, as we discussed last time also, Ahmed, with Hamid, that it's like a bubble. So once you are inside the sheet, you know what is the sequence, what is the flow of the activities, then it's very easy to remember and link everything together, right?
Yeah, I would say it makes your concept very clear. It specifically explains the sequence. For example, I would like to highlight the sustainment activities. I was even reading everything, but the things that you have put there were not even clear, in the slides or things.
So like the concept that I started from coaching call 1, that this is the boundary with the hands, and what goes after what is sustainment, like this.
Yeah, and today there were 2-3 questions about it, which I might have missed, but from the master sheet I know, okay, even with sustainments and what happened within sustainments, like services, support services and things like this.
Good, very good. And the discussion that we had in the coaching call, was it helpful to not to go in the wrong direction in the actual exam? How would you say like that?
I already mentioned that the people, we were really blessed that we have you. I mean, in addition to Sir Amir Ali, and the people in the group, when we were discussing and we were putting or enforcing our point of view, and you was aligning it with what is required as per Pgmp mindset, and that really clarifies the thing. And on top of that, I think it would be really helpful for the future people or the people who want to give exam, that they should also review the code of ethics and conduct as well. So that helps a lot to make your decisions, because I felt that mostly are the criteria based question where ethics is also judged.
Right.
So
Right.
yeah, so that helped.
Good. So thank you very much. And Amir, please continue.
Thank you, Zaigham. It was an honor to work with you. And from PMP, batch 6 is coming. They have a mind map exercise. If you remember, today, as in few minutes, first closing and then mind map. So it has been an honor and interesting way. Some of you must remember when you made your hand mind map. Mr. Sami is kind of he's a tech guy, but he does not like tech. So he made all the mind map by his hand, and they turned out to be very, very good. So yeah, so Zaigham, enjoy your holidays, but as you know, as I always say in all the things, each one teach one is the mantra of the game. So now it's your time to give back to the community. Maybe make 10 questions of Pgmp so that can help the people, especially those questions which you were saying were not that relevant, so that can help us further on. With that,